Norman and Elena came up for a visit of the Plasma Science and Fusion Center at MIT. At that time, Norman was interested in investigating, exploring, identifying energy sources that could be used to transform what he called informal settlements, very poor areas of the world. And I was immediately struck by his very correct and insightful intuition that energy is key to transforming such areas, and it's key to many other sectors. But in particular, if you want to basically improve standards of living everywhere, the access to reliable, clean, and affordable energy is absolutely important. So that's when we met. And one thing that has always impressed me is that as busy as he is, and you know, he's obviously pulled in every possible direction by different stakeholders, almost nothing really escapes him. You know, things that interest him quite clearly are in the back of his mind, even when he's busy with other things. And so I love that he still writes messages, literally writes and writes messages that constitute, you know, a follow-up of the discussion that we had months prior. So I very much admire this ability of keeping track of many different projects, many different ideas, many different relationships. And we started talking about energy technologies, and I interested him immediately in what I was working on and what we ended up working on together for the past 4 years, which is small transportable plug-and-play energy sources, which we call nuclear batteries. These are micro reactors that produce or generate an output of electricity and heat of the order of a few megawatts. We are both so interested in this topic, and we're both so convinced of the potential of this technology to be, like I said, transformative, and not just for informal settlements, which was the initial sort of topic that attracted us both to this technology, but also because the possibilities are boundless. I mean, if you think about any sector of the economy, the ability to provide energy that is clean, so emission-free, that is reliable and affordable, is going to be essential if we want to solve climate change, mitigation, adaptation, provide energy security, and very importantly, create economic opportunities. The complexity and magnitude of the problems that we're facing as humanity demand everybody, including the younger generations, to really develop an understanding of what the problems are and what the possible solutions are across disciplinary boundaries. In other words, it's not enough to be a good engineer or a good architect or a good policymaker. You got to be a little bit of everything, right? You need to understand technology, you need to understand economics, you need to understand culture, you need to understand urban planning. All of that's got to come together. And so a lesson learned, or I should say a takeaway more than a lesson learned, a takeaway from my interaction with Norman is really the value of bringing together people with very different backgrounds, because the problems that we're facing really demand solutions that are multidisciplinary. So this approach is not just nice to have, I would say it's essential, it's must have.